One day not long afterward, 6 of the men spied a particularly huge grizzly asleep on the shore ahead. By now they had worked out a method for dealing with grizzlies, so the men continued along confidently until they were about 40 steps from the sleeping bear. Whether the bear awoke or whether the hunters fired first is uncertain, but at any rate, 4 of the men fired their powerful rifles at the same time. All 4 shots struck the grizzly, and that should have been enough to stop it. But no one had explained this to the bear. With a roar of fury, it came charging at them at full speed. While the first 4 marksmen reloaded, the other 2 hunters raised their rifles and fired. Both their shots hit the bear, but even with 6 bullets in it, the grizzly just kept coming. At this point, everyone took off like frightened rabbits. 2 of the men ran back along the beach until they reached their canoe. They pushed off from the bank, jumped in, and began to paddle away in a hurry, for the grizzly was hot on their heels. Seeing this, the other 4 men ran up a little hill, firing and loading again. The bear changed course and started up the hill towards its 4 attackers. Someone shouted, "Scatter!" and the men took off through the dense trees and bushes. Charging in after them, the bear could not see that the other side of the hill ended in a cliff rising 30 feet above the river. Running at full speed, the grizzly plunged over the edge. Hitting the water with a tremendous splash, it sank beneath the surface. "Thank heaven that's over," one of the men exclaimed. But a moment later, the grizzly bobbed to the surface and started after the canoe with the 2 men inside. One told the other, "Keep paddling," while he turned and fired again. This last shot proved to be too much. Finally, the grizzly was dead, half submerged in the river, half exposed on the rocks. That night, Meriwether Lewis wrote in his journal, "I find that the curiosity of our party to see a grizzly bear is now pretty well satisfied." For more titles from Jim Weiss and Well-Trained Mind Press, please visit us at jimweiss.com or welltrainedmind.com. Thank you for listening.